What is going on, guys? For today's review, I have quite possibly my favorite 2023 inflatable. This is the brand new for 2023 21-foot long Santa sleigh with 2 sets of reindeer on either side. This was such an unbelievable shock for us. I mean, we found out about this one months ago, I think back in like August or something, and it has been at literally the top of my list since then. I've been in love with this one. This is one of the few top ones on my list this year, but I gotta say this one probably does beat out every other one on the top of my list this year. But this was just so surprising for us because I was not expecting them to, like Walmart, to get something like this. As I just mentioned, this is being sold at Walmart for $250, and it does look like this is an online exclusive. I don't know though. Someone a couple months ago when it was first unveiled said that they saw something about it having the official holiday living box art or holiday time. Yeah, holiday living is Lowe's, so holiday time is Walmart. Someone said that it had the official box art and that it would be sold in stores, but this is the online exclusive box art. This is just the white box with the picture of it on there, and it's not even the edited picture. It's just the direct prototype picture of it. But nonetheless, I mean, this is still. I don't really care about the box art. I don't care that this was an online exclusive because it is just still so amazing. Typically, like, that actually does factor into the collector side of me. Not really even be able to put it in the display. It's just it's something that I think about when I buy inflatables is like, what box art does it have and will it look good on a shelf? But I don't really care about that with this one. This has been something that I've always wanted since we first saw it. So as I mentioned, this is 21 feet long and is just about like 8 feet tall, I think. There is no other art. There's stuff on the back, but this is it's just a white box with a picture of it in the description and everything. But as you can see, I have it spread out already behind it because I have already opened this one up before and I have inflated it, and I loved it when I've seen it inflated. So this is actually something that I wanted to mention before I get into the actual review and I inflate this guy, is that 2 things. Number one, it does not come with colossal stakes. I can see why they didn't. It's still pretty low to the ground, but still, for a colossal inflatable, I would have still liked to see them include colossal stakes. But on top of that, also, this does have a YF 200. It has one YF 200, doesn't have 2 fans. Very few inflatables ever have 2 fans. That used to be actually something they did more frequently back in the 2000s, but they haven't in like 15 years. But I'm unbelievably excited to even see this guy inflated again for the second time. So let's go ahead and get this guy inflated. So here it is, fully inflated. I have had to take a massive step back just to get this full in frame. It really, the camera does not do it justice. This is an absolutely massive inflatable. Not necessarily in terms of height. I mentioned earlier it was just about 8 feet tall, and I'd say that's just about right. Maybe even 7 to 8 feet tall. But it is 21 feet long, and it really is life size. I mean, maybe with like, these are obviously miniature deer, but Santa's just about on par with like what he would be like in real life. As you can see, something that I did not mention in the opening there, it actually has all this mixed media fabric everywhere. It has the fuzzy material on the deer, on both their necks and their ankles, and it has the special material on the bag in the back, and on all the presents has the metallic fabric and the plaid material and the polka dot, and it's fuzzy on Santa's beard, and he has that diamond stuff, the diamond fabric, crystal looking fabric everywhere on his cuffs and on his hat ring there, and it is just absolutely amazing. And I just want to say this, and the gold right there on the bottom that also looks really well. But it was something I genuinely believe in with this one. It's that even if it didn't have all that mixed media material everywhere that makes it really cool, this would still be one of the number 1 inflatables this year. Absolutely, hands down. It's just so, I mean, not even like number 1 Christmas inflatable. We're talking number 1 inflatable period of this year. It's just so amazing. I can't really stress that enough. It looks so cool in real life. So I'm going to get an up-close look here. I'm going to give you guys an up-close look here in a couple minutes here, but something to mention, just the rundown here, is it has 3 zippers. From what I've seen, it has the one down by the fan. It has one on the back of the snow kind of base there. That's something that I absolutely love about this, is that my old bigger sleigh is the 16-foot long one that has each of the deer individually. First, it only has 1 row, and it's only 3 deer, and they're not on a platform. They're just loose, and that was such a pain both years that I've used them, and coming up to this 3rd year that I'm going to use it. Is that you have to constantly keep fixing those deer because they keep falling over and whatever. But I'm very glad that this is on a platform, and I'm very glad that there's tether attachments everywhere and everything. But yes, that is the 2nd zipper on the snow base there, and then there is a 3rd zipper on the back of the front deer on this side's leg, and maybe there's a 4th zipper somewhere, but I mean that's pretty much all you need. You know, there's one to access the deers, there's one on the base of the snow there, and then there's one obviously in the sleigh. I have no idea how many C7s are there. I'm gonna find that out when I get the nighttime view here. But that's pretty much just a rundown of it. Let's go ahead and get an up close look. So now that we've seen it during the day, let's go ahead and get the night view. So now that we've taken a pretty good look at it, let's go ahead and rate it. So this is, I feel like this is going to be a really easy rating. So first things first is design. Design, 10 out of 10. I really couldn't ask them to do much more than this. They included fabric everywhere, the mixed media fabric everywhere. It is huge. Love the size, love everything about this. Easy. I don't think I've ever given a 10 out of 10 for design ever before, but this easy does get a 10 out of 10. Then quality. Quality, I guess you can I typically factor actually the different fabrics and everything into it, into the quality more than design portion. But again, I gotta say this has a 10 out of 10 for quality. It has a YF 200. You can't ask more than that. That's the absolute, that's the most powerful fan they make. And I don't really expect them to put a second tornado fan in it. So I gotta say, it really does deserve a 10 out of 10 for quality. Then price, I gotta say, for $250, I mean, still that's not terrible whatsoever. But also, if you want to get the warranty for it, because I do have the warranty for it. That's a 3-year warranty that I think would get up to like around, with tax and everything, to $300. But still, the 14-foot Oogie Boogie last year was $300. The Snowman family is $350, and that's 20.5 feet tall. But I gotta say, this really does add up to about $250. $250 is decently reasonable, especially in 2023. But I gotta say, I would prefer it to be 200 rather than 250. But still, you can't really complain much about the price. So price, I gotta say 8 out of 10. Not a terrible price whatsoever. But overall, I gotta say this really does get a 10 out of 10. It's a great inflatable. It's a great value, because they could jack it up exponentially more than that, like that stupid archway at Home. That's $500. There's no reason for that to be that much. Where Walmart knows what it's worth. They know what people are going to pay, and this is for $250. I gotta say it's pretty neat. So I gotta say, this gets a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10. The first ever inflatable I've ever reviewed that has gotten a 10 out of 10. This is an absolute must-have, realistically, and it's still available. You can go buy it right now on Walmart.com, or maybe in stores. Maybe I've heard some people have said there's an in-store version, but better act quick because Christmas is coming up very, very soon. But overall, I gotta say this guy gets a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10. But there's my review on this brand new for 2023 21-foot long Santa sleigh with 2 sets of reindeer and mixed media fabric everywhere. It's just an absolute goat of an inflatable, the greatest of all time. I gotta say 100% this is the greatest sleigh I've ever seen. But let me know what you guys think of this guy in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for more reviews coming very, very soon. I know I have another review planned right after this one comes out, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm the Inflatable Bastard. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.